This is 2.8, the practice test. So your test is going to look exactly like this. There are 18 problems. I know there's a lot of problems. But if you look at this line and this line, these are easy ones. So I want to give you a lot of easy problems first to build up, so you can get a lot of points in the beginning. So this is your assignment for today. Do as many as you can. Remember, you have to finish this within an hour period. I'm going to do a good amount of these, and you can finish the rest. So there's 18 problems. I'm going to do 6, and you can do the other 12. So let's start off with the easy ones. A couple ways you want to do this. One way I've been talking about is to draw a line down the middle. Okay, and whatever you do on the left side, you have to do on the right side. So here you identify there's your x. So you're going to get rid of everything with that x. So that's a minus 5, so I'm going to plus 5 to both sides. Then I get x is equal to positive 3. Let's look at one of the harder ones. Or let's look at 3. Same thing. So this is negative 3 times x equal 12. So you do the opposite. So I had to divide by negative 3. And you see the x is going to equal negative 4. Okay, 4. Remember, whenever there's something in the bottom, that's a division. So you got to undo a division by multiplication. So there's a 5 on the bottom, so I need to multiply by 5. So this 5 and that 5 cancels, so I get a is equal to 40. Okay, so those are some of the easier ones. Let's get to some of the harder ones. If there's some in here that you don't know that I didn't get a chance to go through, look through the homework. These are pulled from the homework assignments. So look at 7. So 7, it's a combination of number 1 and number 4 together. So first thing we need to do, you must remember this. You must minus the 4 first. You can't multiply by the 3 yet. You must get rid of the 4. Negative 5 minus negative 9. Or negative 5 minus 4, that's negative 9. Then you got to get rid of this 3 because x over 3, that's x divided by 3. So they're going to go away. So you are left with x is equal to negative 27. So important. Must subtract 4 first. Okay, look at 8. So 8 and 7 are different in that in 7, the 4 is by itself over here. In 8, the 3 is with the x here. So for ones like this, where the x and the 3 are together, for these ones, then you can get rid of the 2. Or get rid of the bottom number. So those 2 goes away. I'm going to get x plus 3 is equal to negative 8. Then I'm going to subtract 3 to both sides. You see that I'm going to get x is equal to negative 11. Let's do one of the harder ones down here. Okay, let's look at 15. Or before you do 15, let's do 5. So 5, you have your x's on the same side. With no other numbers by it, that means you can combine like terms. 7 minus 9, that gives you negative 6 or negative 12. X is equal to 6. Divide both sides by negative 12. And you're going to get a fraction here, which is okay. X is equal to negative 1/2. 6 divided by 12 is 1/2. Okay, now we can look at 15. So 15 is different from the last one because if you draw your line down the equal sign, you see that your x are on the opposite side. That means we need to eventually going to bring them together. But before we do that, remember, whatever don't have an x, we're going to get rid of it first. So here you have a 3 and a 5. It doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to do the 3. So I have 4x. 3 and 3 goes away. It's equal to 2x. Negative 5 minus 3, that's a negative 8. So there's your 4x, there's your 2x. So there's nothing with the x on the left side, so that means I'm going to minus 2x to bring this one over. Four minus 2 is 2x. It goes away. I get a negative 8 on that side. Last step, divide by 2 to both sides. You see that x is equal to negative 4. So that one is one of the harder ones, where x is on the opposite side. Okay, let's look at 18. So 18 is challenging. There's a lot of steps you need to do here. First thing we're going to do is always deal with the parentheses. Whatever number is right in front, you're going to distribute. So here there's no number. Whenever there's no number, it's always a 1. So that's a negative 1. So I'm going to do negative 1 times 2x. That gives me negative 2x. We'll do negative 1 times 5. This is going to give me a negative 5. And then this 3 just comes down. And then negative 4x. So let's identify. These are our numbers that has x. So we're not going to do anything to them yet. So whatever don't have an x, we're going to move to the right side. Whatever do have an x, we're going to move to the left side. Keep it that way. It'll be consistent and it'll help you in the long run. So if you have a 5 and a 3. It doesn't matter which one you do first. You can do them at the same time if you want. I'm going to do one at a time. Plus 5 to this side. Plus 5 to this side. Notice that I did not put plus 5 here, because you cannot add these two. So I'm going to move my 5 over here so that I don't mistakenly add my 4x and my 5. So my negative 2x just comes down. I didn't do anything to it. 5 minus 5 goes away. My 3 comes down because I did not do anything to it. My 4x also comes down. And then I have nothing to add to the 5. So I'm going to just bring the 5 down also. Okay, identify our numbers with the x. Still right there. We still have a 3 here. So we're going to get rid of that 3. Remember, anything that does not have an x, we're going to move to the right side. Minus 3. Minus 3. So we didn't do anything to the 2x. So we're going to bring that down. 3 and 3 cancels. Is equal to, we didn't do anything to the negative 4 either. Here, remember, notice I lined these two up so I know what to do with them. 5 minus 3, that's a positive 2. So there's my x, there's my x. So here, notice that there's nothing else here on the left side. All my numbers that don't have an x are gone from the left side. So what we have left to do is you got to bring this one to the left side. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. So negative 2 plus 4x, that gives you 2x. Those go away, equals 2. Now you can divide them both by 2. See, the x is equal to 1. So it's a long problem. This would be the hardest problem that you have. But if you just take it step by step, you should do just fine. 18 is very similar to 14. You should be able to do that one. Okay, let me do a couple more. Let's look at 13. So again, parentheses. We're going to take that negative 2 in front, we're going to distribute it. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4, that's a positive 8. This negative 6 comes down. So identify that. So it doesn't matter if your x is on the left side or the right side, as long as it's by itself and no number. So in this case, it's on the right side. So we're going to bring anything that does not have an x to the left side. Going to get rid of it. So negative 6 minus negative, that's negative 14. The 2x, we did not do anything to it, so we can just bring that down. 8 and 8 goes away. And the last step, divide by negative 2 to both sides. So we get a positive 7 is equal to x. Okay, so I think I did about one of every kind. If you're curious, 17. Last one. So identify your x. They're right there. Notice I included that negative sign. So the 2 does not belong. We're going to get rid of it. So you get 6x. The 2 goes away. This x comes down to. And 12 minus 2, that's going to be 10. So now there's nothing else on this left side except your x. So then we can combine them together. 6x minus 1x. When there's nothing there, there's always a 1. That gives you 5x is equal to 10. Now let's get rid of it. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. X is equal to 2. So I did 10 problems out of 18. So you only have 8 more to do. Make sure you do this, watch the video, practice. We're going to do another day of practice tomorrow. But it's so